Hi there, students. To polarize, a verb. Polarized, an adjective. I guess polarizing as well, another adjective. And then polarization, the noun. Now notice this is one of these words that you could spell with a Z or an S. I think with an S the spelling is more British, whereas Z is probably more American. I think the Z spelling is more common, but both are acceptable. Okay, so to polarize, to split into sharply opposing groups, to divide into two groups that are in opposition, two different factions, and to make the distance between them more. So I guess US politics is becoming or has become more polarized. There is a bigger gap between the Democrats and the Republicans. Okay, there are bigger differences of opinion. The opinions are more extreme. The split between right and left. So to become more separated, a bigger divide, a more extreme difference between two different factions, to polarize, to separate into two groups. The polarization of different points of view, they become more extreme. Each side is becoming more extreme and more hostile to the opposition. The polarizing effect of wealth on our society, the differences between the lives of the poor and the rich are more polarized, are more distinct, are further apart. Okay, so the original meaning of to polarize, it's a scientific word talking about to separate into two different poles, magnetic poles, North Pole and South Pole. But I think originally this was to do with the polarization of light, where light normally vibrates in all directions as it moves along. And if you polarize the light, you separate it so that it's light only vibrating in one direction, and hence your Polaroid sunglasses, the light is not as intense for your eyes. But that itself is very scientific. But nowadays mostly we use it to talk about the division of opinions, the separation of opinions becoming more sharply opposed. Yeah, the different factions are more incisively defined. There are more trenchant differences between them. This controversy has polarized the opinion of voters. Maybe you could say that Spanish politics is much more polarized than British politics. The distance between the right and the left is much more extreme. So, to polarize, a regular verb. Opinion was polarized. Opinion has been polarized, so it's regular. And as to formality, I'd probably give it a 6 in formality. It's ever so slightly formal, but I think you could use it in an informal conversation and in a formal written document. So it's one of these words that goes everywhere, it fits everywhere. And then as to the origin, well, I think the French first coined this term polariser, meaning to polarize. And yeah, it comes from Latin, polur, which is talking about the end of an axis. So if something's polarized, it's gone to one end or the other of an axis, to opposite ends. Yeah, so polarized. Opinions have been polarized. The polarized opinions of whether you should concentrate on grammar or whether you should just learn to speak. These are different opinions. So polarized, to make a division within a group sharper, more extreme, to make the factions more radical, if you like. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Polarized.